The Lagos Refinery, a flagship project of the Dangote Group, is a state-of-the-art facility that has been hailed as a game-changer for Nigeria's oil and gas sector. With a capacity to process 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day, it's indeed the world's largest single private refinery. The refinery was built at the cost of over $15 billion and was expected to reduce Nigeria's reliance on imported petroleum products, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth. However, just as the country was basking in the glory of this monumental achievement, a devastating fire outbreak occurred at the refinery, leaving a trail of destruction and raising concerns about safety and regulation. The fire incident, which occurred, was reported to have started at one of the refinery's crude oil tanks, spreading quickly to other parts of the facility. Fortunately, no lives were lost, but the damage to the refinery and the environment is still being assessed. The incident has raised questions about the safety measures in place at the refinery and the preparedness of the operators to handle the emergency. As we reflect on this unfortunate incident, the question on everyone's mind is, was the fire at the world's largest single private refinery avoidable? To answer this, let us consider the following criteria. 1. Safety standards. Did the refinery meet the required safety standards and regulations? Were the necessary precautions and protocols in place to prevent such an incident? It is crucial to investigate whether the refinery was designed and built with safety in mind, and if the operators were adequately trained to handle emergency situations. The refinery's safety record and compliance with industry standards will come under scrutiny in the investigation. 2. Maintenance and inspection. Was regular maintenance and inspection carried out on the refinery's equipment and facilities? Neglecting routine checks and maintenance can lead to equipment failure, which can result in catastrophic events like fires. We need to examine if the refinery's maintenance schedule was adequate and if any red flags were ignored. The investigation will need to review the refinery's maintenance records and interview personnel responsible for maintenance and inspection. 3. Emergency preparedness. How prepared was the refinery for an emergency of this magnitude? Did they have an emergency response plan in place, and was it effectively executed? This includes having adequate firefighting equipment, trained personnel, and a clear evacuation procedure. The response to the fire will be scrutinized to determine if it was adequate and if there were any delays or lapses in the response. 4. Regulatory oversight. What role the regulatory bodies play in ensuring the refinery's safety and compliance with industry standards? Were there any lapses in oversight, and did the regulators provide adequate guidance and support to the refinery's operators? We need to investigate if the regulators were vigilant enough in their monitoring and enforcement of safety regulations. The investigation will need to review the regulatory framework and the actions of regulatory bodies leading up to the incident. Industry applications. The fire incident at the Lagos Refinery has a far-reaching implication for the oil and gas industry in Nigeria. It raises questions about the safety of other facilities in the country and the preparedness of operators and to handle emergencies. The incident will likely lead to increased scrutiny of the industry, and operators will need to demonstrate their commitment to safety and compliance with industry standards. Government response. The government response to the incident will be crucial in determining the next steps for the refinery and the industry as a whole. The government will need to investigate the incident, identify the causes, and take swift action to prevent such incidents in the future. This may include strengthening regulatory oversight, improving safety standards, and increasing transparency in the industry. Here are some potential measures to prevent future emergencies like this. Regular maintenance and inspection. Conduct regular maintenance and inspection of equipment and facilities to identify potential hazards and address them before they lead to an incident. Implement a predictive maintenance program to detect potential failures before they occur. Enhance safety standards and protocols. Review and update safety standards and protocols to ensure that they are aligned with international best practices. Implement additional safety measures such as fire suppression systems, emergency shutdown systems, and explosion-proof equipment. 3. Improve emergency preparedness and response. Develop and regularly practice emergency response plans to ensure preparedness in the event of an incident. Conduct regular drills and training exercises with the emergency responders and refinery personnel. Invest in employee training and development. Provide regular training and development programs for employees to ensure that they are equipped with the necessary skills and knowledge to handle emergency situations. Encourage the safety-first culture and empower employees to report potential hazards and near misses without fear of reprisal. In conclusion, the fire outbreak at the Lagos Refinery is a wake-up call for the oil and gas sector in Nigeria. While we await the results of the investigation, it is clear that the combination of factors contributed to the avoidable tragedy. As we move forward, it is essential that we prioritize safety, maintenance, emergency and preparedness, and regulatory oversight to prevent such incidents. In the future, the government, industry stakeholders, and citizens must work together to ensure that our oil and gas facilities are operated with the highest level of safety and responsibility. Only then can we guarantee the prosperity and well-being of our nation. Thank you. My name is AMOO-DEMO and you are watching Let's Talk.